if we are live right now on my page. We still have no notifications for live stream. So guys, if you're watching us, say hi. If you like watching this words, probably you're watching the live stream. So jump on YouTube and catch it in a good quality. Yeah, we are live. Everything is good. It's on my page right now. And oh my god, guys, I'm so excited about this convo today because previous time I really enjoyed the vibes so much of Less Than Three that I purchased right after my first NFT, and I'm super satisfied with the community, even if I wasn't like too much involved. Uh, I still like the just oh my god the vibes of the guys because it's like skateboarding. It's like, they made this cute plushies, they collaborating with everyone, and it's just some kind vibes. I don't know, I hope Lost Snow you will enjoy today and will know more about the project. And let me say hi to Super High Gas because and congrats you, by the way, with the huge news and amazing new collectors in your community. So yeah, how it's going?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a pretty hectic last week or so. Like just um welcoming all the new people in, and then we did a migration which you asked me about, so I know you know about that. We did the migration, and um so it's just been very busy, but like I feel like we've really kind of come to understand on a much deeper level, like community building. Like when we first launched, I honestly don't think I was building necessary. I mean, I was building community, but I just wasn't doing the best job at it. I think I was doing more like building an audience on X. And now um I'm kind of realizing the difference between a community and an audience.
Yeah,
And
I want to know that. Okay, what is that?
yeah, so like an audience acts much more passively. They consume your content, they like your content, and a community is more like personal relationships with people, getting to know people. Um it's like a lot more hospitality is involved, and I feel like we've kind of been really leaning into that like over the last, it's kind of like a relatively new thing, leaning into the whole community building. But I think it's the right move, like just being on the timeline all the time, being in spaces, welcoming new people in, like introductions, like all that stuff, like having one-on-one conversations with people and just getting to know them. I feel like it's one really enjoyable because you get to meet all these people, and that's kind of like the beauty of like the NFT space, I would say. And then it's also just like you're kind of like, the thing is that when, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so
I
a,
love
a lot of a
having
lot
you
of
like that.
internal changes.
You're so passionate about what you're explaining right now, and we will ask more questions. But let me say hi to Lost Now at first. And Lost Now, do you like my Reizoku T-shirt? I know that Fire Force doesn't have their T-shirts.
I
Do you
hate
like
it. We're gonna burn it. We're gonna burn it.
mine? Happy to see you. Do you know something about Less Than Three project?
I I I remember just seeing the art, but I don't know much about it. I don't know. I never looked into it. I don't know why. But I really love the art, and I really like the plushies. I was looking at them just now. They're like so cute. And I think that it is such a valid point about like either building a community or like building an audience, and how that those two things are like very different. And I also liked the point about how it's like what web3 is about. Web3 is about like making connections, and that's how I also have always felt. I felt like for me it's always been more fun to make friends and like connect with people and like network and just have fun, then and also of course collect art. I love collecting art. Um, and everything else is just not that important, you know? Like I feel like community and art is like the best thing that we get out of this space because we don't often make money, unfortunately. But yeah, the collection has really really cool art, and I really like it.
Thank you. I think uh we're moving towards like something more like that, like just generally as a space. Like I feel like um when we launched LT3, we thought that the whole Web 2 thing would kind of do the heavy lifting. Like we thought that like people would go crazy because it was like we had like the Web 2 brand and not a lot of other brands were doing that. But now I'm sort of realizing like no, dude, that stuff doesn't matter quite as much as I mean, it's still good to have, but um I don't think it matters quite as much as we've kind of put emphasis or that our team personally put emphasis on. I think it's really about like, treating people right, making connections, um and just like having fun in the space. Like I think that's
Yeah.
kind of like an overall shift that's happening is like everyone's sort of returning to Web3, which is like I think it's really healthy for sure.
I really hope that people are returning to Web3. I'm sorry, Ira, I interrupted you, but
No, 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 you can interrupt me. I just want to say that, guys who watching us, you can jump on the stage, and if someone want to like share the link to someone who can jump on the stage and talk with us, you can do this. This is open stage, so everyone can join and talk with us. Yeah, let's know. What's your thoughts?
I forgot. That
Okay.
happens to me all the time.
Then my turn again. So, can you like, hi guys, can you please explain maybe the project for Lost Now and people who don't know nothing about Less Than Three, how it started and what is it right now? Just maybe in short introduction, because I know about pills that you make in TikTok and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, so we started the idea for the project in Web3. Um and we kind of learned the e-commerce branch of our business like toward in the beginning. So it looks to a lot of people like we started in Web 2 and came to Web 3, but we actually started in Web 3, learned a little bit about Web 2, and
Mhm.
then came to Web 3 with that knowledge. So it's kind of a unique little like way that we it was really just us trying to introduce ourselves to the space properly and do like um marketing that we were really trying to stand out. You know what I mean? So that was kind of the origin story, and now to this day we have like our community, of course. That's I feel like with every influx of attention, it gets stronger because some people come in just looking for a short flip, but also like some people come in and we start seeing different faces in the Discord, and um it just so I think it's definitely like gotten stronger. And then as far as Web 2, we have about 70K on TikTok. We sell our heart pillows, which um you you brought up earlier. And then so it's mostly like product marketing. It's not necessarily an IP play yet. We're kind of like building from the outside in. Like most people start with IP and then they branch off of that and sell products.
Mhm.
Um, we kind of are doing it the other way around where we start off just marketing products like a brand, and then we're going to try to uh, build it into like an IP sort of play. Like we do want to do character content over time, and but yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. And yeah, I'm trying to think if I have anything else I wanted to say. Not really. That's kind of just like a quick rundown on the Web 2 and Web 3 side of our brand.
Back to your thoughts about community and audience. I just want to hear more your thoughts about that. Do you think like for start of the project, it's important to have audience that will buy your product and then you build in community, or how it should be? Because I can't even imagine how hard is it right now for a projects who are not OG, like big brands like Doodle, Suzuki, etc. How you guys doing your job, how you continue earning, how you continue like living with your projects and everything. So yeah, some market.
Yeah, I think that like building an audience is definitely still important, but the community is like the retention factor. You know, like when you build a community and you build friends and you build like relationships with people, that's how you really get some of those people from your audience to convert and become a part of your community. So that's kind of how I look at it. And basically, I mean, all I do is just like, go in spaces, hang out on X, have conversations, just like be a sociable person, which honestly doesn't come too easy for me. Like I'm kind of an introvert, but this has really kind of like launching LT3 has kind of gotten me out of my shell a little bit on that front.
Yeah, talking on spaces is cool. Especially, before for me, like it was super hard. Like I don't know, the whole previous year, to be honest, was super tough for me because I felt like there is no life in the space because everyone is in this infofi, nothing is real, and I didn't feel this connection between like and with people like it was like before, year ahead and like year before, and I was like, I don't know what even I'm doing here. Like I don't feel people, I don't feel audience, I don't feel like community, I don't feel nothing and everything. But right now I'm super focusing on how I'm living my day, like not I'm not planning ahead, like no pressure on myself, no nothing. I just vibing with people, and if I feel like vibes right on the space, I'm just jumping there and talking there. And that's the best decision I made recently, because that's how you finding cool new people, and you're receiving again a lot of messages, people asking something like about TCG, about this, about that, about projects, and just about life and everything. And I feel like in 2026 these community vibes are somehow back and back organically. So no, I actually super enjoy this year. How it's for you, now?
I mean, the same thing. Like there was I actually like took a long break from Web3 when I was pregnant and when I first had my baby, but for a long time there was just with like InfoFi and everything else and like bear market, like there was not a lot of like interesting things going on. And so finally like everything, I feel like now things are starting to pick up a little bit more. And so also I've been spending more time doing the same thing as SAG has. I've spent time on spaces. I've been trying to do more live streams. I've been trying to be more sociable, and I understand how it feels like not so great because I'm also super introverted. I hate people. But the more you like start talking on spaces and like talking to people online, like it's definitely better than going and meeting people in real life.
Well, I feel like you making people introverted because she's always so aggressive.
Yeah, it doesn't help, does it?
Yeah. Do you like think community building it's something that you can make profit with in the future, or it's important for like for just vibing and keep your brand on the same level or even higher? Because I heard recently when I watched video on YouTube that now community building it will be a trend for even usual brands, like cosmetic brands, like sport brands and everything. They all will be doing community building, and this will be a trend, not just purchase advertisement through influencers and everything, but they are actually will build something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question. I feel like inevitably it leads to revenue, you know? like building a community does lead to revenue, but I also think, if you're going into it with the revenue at the top of mind and that's like your main priority, and you're just like, all right, I'm going to chat with all these people, I'm going to make these friends, I'm going to do all this because it's going to bring me profit, like you're probably not going to get very far. I feel like a lot of people can smell BS, and like
Yeah.
if like it's kind of something you have to do from the heart. So, um I definitely think it does, like, you like profit does come like from, building a community and an audience, like, um but I think it's just something you have to do like as genuinely as you can with yeah.
Wait, let me say hi to Mark. Mark, are you here with us? Who is Mark? Who invited Mark? Hi, Mark. Okay, hang out with us. But to build community, and especially on the meanings you're talking about, to actually have something to offer people, like your vibes, everything, you need to have some philosophy behind your project and some deep meanings, right? What's the meanings behind Less Than Three right now? And let me show, by the way, congrats with the new amazing holder. Let me show uh, legendary Adam Wasteman talking about your project.
Oh wow,
The
that's
great
so
thing is, this is
cool.
my right there. If you stop right there, that's one of my favorites. I don't really know anything
Oh,
about these guys,
It's cool.
but I love the artwork. I love the community. I like really love the artwork. It's this one totally, and this one's not expensive at all. Like these things is like the price point of these is the entry level of these guys. Um, I love it. And don't forget, when I'm hyping something, I'm never going to sell anything. Like,
No.
I'm going to donate this stuff to the MoMA or something like that down the road. And the great thing is, and this is my
Let's go.
that's
This is
so
so cool.
cool.
He just felt the vibes too, and he just, okay, I mean, guys,
Yeah.
I loved it.
He's such a cool guy. He's such a cool guy, and I appreciate him because he's just a collector. And a lot of people don't understand and don't accept that there are people out there who just like to collect art. Like literally yesterday I was just talking to somebody about randomly about One Piece trading cards, like the card game. And this guy was insisting that like it was impossible to collect something just because you liked how it looked. And I'm like, that's so not true. Like people do actually collect like art just because of the art. And if that's like, if I decide that I like the art on the One Piece cards and I've never watched One Piece or like read the manga, don't kill me. But I do like how the cards look. Why shouldn't I? What if I just want to collect a couple? And it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that they're like super like expensive now because everybody's buying them, because I'm not trying to get something to like later flip for profit. I just saw them now because people are talking about them. And I don't know if I'm ever going to buy any, but I can acknowledge that the art is cool. And if I don't know, maybe I'll buy a couple packs, just I don't know. But it's like, and then this guy was like, well, I looked at your OpenSea whatever wallet, because my wallet is listed in my bio, and he's like, and you've bought a lot of things and have lost a lot of money. And it's like, yeah, dude, I buy shit because I like it, and I never had the intention of selling any of the stuff that I have in my fucking wallet that's listed in my bio. And it's like, that's why it's in my bio, because I'm fucking proud of it and I want people to go look at it, because I've collected all this stuff and it all means something to me. And it's like, I can tell you about each NFT that I've bought, and about the community that is part of it, and about like my memories connected to that specific NFT. And that's why I like to collect, because each NFT like kind of represents like a period of my life whenever I was like, I don't know, in a specific community or like doing something specific. And it's like there's a bunch of like open editions in my wallet. And I remember when how much fun I had with
Oh,
like
open
open
edition.
editions. Oh my god. That was one of the funnest times in Web3 for me. Like where all the artists were making all these cool open editions that were super cheap to collect, and you could just buy so many of them. Oh my gosh. favorite time.
Spend a lot of money on open editions as well.
Yeah, I just love
But
them, and
I agree with you because I still like I have one collection that hurt my heart so much because the art was amazing, like everything was great, like but they just decided to stop the project because they burned out, and like even if I know that collection is dead, I'm continue purchasing their NFTs because I just love the art. I don't care about nothing. I just love the art, and I hope that someday they will back and it will be something huge, you know, because it's like it's everything that I love. It's comic book. It's very interesting, crazy characters. It has darkness inside. It has philosophy. It has like the whole world inside one NFT collection, and it's huge. I have a lot of T-shirts. I participate in a lot of the contests, and yeah, as you said, like it's just a part of your life. That's it's important. But yeah, oh, Mark, it's you. Hi. Listening from the car, that's cool. Yeah, but back to Less Than Three and your philosophy. So, what do you think Less Than Three philosophy right now, and about what you're talking with your community? What topics, it's like, what is Less Than Three in their life right now?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like, so we didn't really do this on purpose. You know what I mean? But this is definitely something that's come of launching this collection, and I think the community sort of did it. Was like uh we just changed our bio on Twitter to this, like, every heart has a story, and I feel like that's kind of something that has become a really big part of our brand identity, is
Mhm.
like we want people to look at LT3s and come up with a story from seeing them, and come up with a way that it resonates with them, and a way that it makes them feel, or like a way that they felt at some point in their lives. Like, if you look at some of these, especially like they're like sadder ones, like, I don't know, like you can really come up with a meaning. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like that sort of emotional connection that you can develop with these NFTs is like so important to us. It's really become so important to us because it's the sort of thing that's like, um it's just another like avenue that people can take to build affinity towards the brand. And that sort of like ultimately, one of our larger goals with LT3 is like to really focus on like the NFTs and the collectability of them. And like we're trying to come up with ways like to make the NFT sort of like the star of the show always. And that's like something that's really important to us, is like we want, like, and like I said, we didn't really ever, like, when we were making the trades, we were just trying to come up with the coolest stuff we could. We really were just trying to come up with, like, I don't think there was any rhyme or reason. It was just us trying to come up with cool stuff. But um we said our bio used to be like inspired by the human condition. And uh that's definitely like kind of plays into every heart has a story to tell, because um it's like it's really kind of inspired by like, like the good and bad of life, and the things that you experience. And like that's kind of where we are trying to go with the collection as of right now. And probably, like, I don't really see the brand identity changing. Like, some of our community members have told us like to put more focus on the traits and the collectability. And like, I think over the coming, I'll say like the coming months, um that's definitely it's going to be a really big focus for us, is like X content that highlights the traits, that highlights the collectability, that highlights like your LT3 being how you feel. Yeah, I'm kind of yapping, but
No,
I
no,
was
no.
telling
That's actually super interesting to hear, and I think like you said it right that every heart has the story to tell, and that's super cool. And I just thinking, inside my head, like, do you have some people inside the community who making their like comic books or something like that based on your IPs, and like do your community doing something like that, and. I just think it's great what you're just saying, and I want you to show your heart here and explain your story. By the way, can you?
oh yeah, I totally will do that. That's like, that's like a kind of a goal of mine in Web3 is like, oh sorry, I'm reading this by Zubs.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
to
I'm reading it too.
um yeah, that what he just said is like definitely uh something that we put a lot of importance on. Is just like we wanted to go deeper than just like, oh like the community is loud. Like we want it to be the sort of thing where it's like I see myself in this heart. But enough about that. What I was gonna say is like I feel like I'm kind of like I was saying, I'm sort of an introvert, but it's kind of a goal of mine in Web3 to be as open as I can be, and like be vulnerable. And that's kind of what my LT3 sort of stands for to me. If you here, I just clicked off because I'm gonna find the number of my LT3. Like it's like my one that is kind of like my forever LT3. Um, it's number 1434,
1 4.
and
You know what I like in collections like that? We had a conversation about that with Dutch Tide artist with the banners, like a famous Suzuki banner. So we had a convo with him as well, and he said like, yeah, of course you can buy like the lowest, like how to say it? Oh my god. You can buy the floor, you can buy some cheap NFT, but to find something that's really yours, you will go up and it will be like super expensive. And that's the beauty of collectors, because we don't want like when I purchased his collection, I was looking for Akira bike. For me, I wanted this red bike, and it was like always super expensive for me. And I was just checking his page like daily, just scrolling and trying to find this red bike. At the end, I purchased this Akira bike, of course, and yeah, it wasn't like floor price, but and I like this in collections that you really purchase your NFT thoughtfully, and you put your soul in that, and that's why it's almost impossible to sell it after.
yeah, exactly. Sorry, Snow, were you about to talk? I just want to say I agree with that totally.
No, I was gonna say that I looked through the collection and it's like so beautiful, and there's like so many like the traits. There, it's so diverse that like almost each one looks different than the other. Like there's not many that look the same, which is a really good thing, because in a lot of collections, like when you look at kind of like the floor, a lot of times there's not enough variety. But these ones look so cute, and I don't know, they're all like so unique, and they all each one has like its own vibe. So I really love them.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I think like part of the reason for that is like so we spent 4 months like laying the collection out by hand. So like we actually designed each one of the 55 NFTs. Like we didn't randomly generate it. We like picked which traits will go on which heart. And I think that I don't really talk about it enough, but I think that kind of might be part of why you
Absolutely. Like
yeah, because
absolutely. If you guys did all that work to like hand pick them, like because a lot of so what happens to a lot of teams is they don't look through the collection in advance. So they basically so when they do the art, they like basically wait until people are minting, and then they're getting like all the NFTs are getting generated while like people are minting them, and no quality control has been done like before, basically, and that's how a lot of things get messed up. And so if you do your due diligence before mint, and you make sure, like, you do like test generations, and you like figure out what goes with what, like, you will have a better looking collection. And because you guys have spent all that time working on it in advance, you can tell. You can really tell. And yeah, you guys should brag about it more.
I didn't
I
know that
appreciate
that's
that.
the issue, by the way. I thought everyone just planning everything in advance and then selling.
No, no, a lot of people don't. Like, that's why there's like problems, because like a lot of people do not like generate batches of as. And also, like, something that basically Kiwi from Killer Girlfriend told me is that you have to be drawing the art, and then as you're drawing the art, consistently be generating examples of what like the NFTs would look like. And so because a lot of people don't like really do a lot of that, there's starts being like layering issues, because people don't they don't check as they're going. And like,
Oh,
I've seen other collections where they basically didn't generate a huge batch of NFTs in advance, and then when it comes to mint time, some really ugly things come out, or like some, like, they realize that they have really bad layering issues, and it's because they haven't done the work before launching the collection.
then you definitely guys need to talk about it more because I wasn't like even weren't even aware about this issue. So yeah, tell about that. But I actually surprised to see your NFT because usually, owners they have like rails with like a lot of traits and everything, like with super super, with the insane backgrounds and stuff. And yours is so simple. Why?
This one, I'll say, like, not to toot my own horn, but this one is definitely like a grail. It's a four trait, so there are only 10 four traits in the collection, and then it's like the mascot, or it's not the mascot, but it's kind of like the like face of LT3, I guess. Like, um, the mascot is actually different. He has clothes, but anyway, that's kind of, I got it for like 0.01 right on mint day. I just saw somebody list it, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I just like kind of bought it without thinking. But um, yeah, it's become my brand. But I wanted to say, like,
Mhm.
it really does represent more to me than just like the NFT. Like, it kind of means to me, like, um it kind of represents to me the person that I have become through Web3. Like, I like to think that I'm very like open. You know what I mean? And I'm like okay with being vulnerable. And I feel like this piece kind of like, I wasn't like that before getting into crypto. You know what I mean? And I feel like connecting with people in Web3 and just making friends and um kind of trusting people, like putting enough trust in people to be open with them, has sort of made it to where I've like really changed as a person through this space. And this one, to me, him being completely plain and naked, is like he has nothing to hide. So that's kind of what it represents to me.
Yeah, I love it, and I agree with you because I feel like Web3 changed a lot in me as well. Because when I entered Web3, it was like tough period for me because I moved. I entered crypto, and I think a year and a half after I entered like X space, because before I wasn't like on Twitter. I was like mostly on Telegram and everything, and I moved in another country because it was like started war in Russia, and I was like so scared to tell people that I'm from Russia because I felt such a pressure and hate everywhere, like countries like making new sanctions and everything. And Web3 met me with such a kindness, like because we are people from everywhere. We're using blockchain, we're in crypto. It means that we are people of the world, and it's cool that everyone has their own unique background, and Web3 giving you feel this uniqueness. And yeah, I basically think like this love that we are receiving here, it's a great ground to make everything possible. You know, that's why people here becoming an artist, becoming like the singers. They quitting their career in you know, something boring, and they started to express themselves differently, because this love, you basically like, it's hard to get this love from other places. And in Web3, everyone is super kind. Like, I don't know, I feel so. And
I
that's
feel
great that you feel the same. And I just want to say, Caps, good luck with your TCGs. Congrats with taking shower.
I wanted to say that it makes me so sad that you felt like you, like, you know, because you're a Russian, that people would, like, I don't know, have like a negative attitude towards you. That really makes me sad, because you're such an awesome person. And like, I don't know, Bulgarian. So it's basically for me, like Russian and Bulgarian is like basically the same thing. It's like Eastern European. It's like all the same thing.
I just want to show. Wait a second, guys. I want to show my less than three as well. I don't remember the name. For some reason, I can't join OpenSea. I recently showed it. Okay, let me show it again. Because I love my less than three. And once again, it was like surprisingly for me that no one catched it. You know, like I was like, I remember, by the way, when I was like in the university, we had a task. The teacher gave us task like one, maybe two, three magazines for the whole class, and you needed to cut something that you like and put it on your dream board. You know, and at first we all thought like, oh my god, only three magazines, everyone will cut like what I want. You know, but at the end we found out that no one wants what other wants, and everyone like finding their own values, their own dreams in these magazines, and we are not touching each other, so we are not competitors for each other, because everyone wants their own stuff, you know. And that's why I was like, okay, that's surprising that no one wanted that.
That sounds like a cool exercise.
That's cool, yeah. Do you plan to do some TCGs or something like that, by the way? And do you want to develop your IPs somehow, like everyone else now doing? Or oh yeah,
I
look
feel
at
like
my look at my, like, this is such a perfect piece of art. Like, I love it so much. Yes, his heart is broken, but he continued to shine, and he is sad and like super aesthetically good looking. I just love my my Elton so much. It's so great. One of
it's really cool.
yeah.
No, I was gonna say I see this style of art and like the style of, I don't know, the collection as like short comics, like, you know, like the ones that kind of tell like a really simple story or something like that. Like the ones in the newspaper or something, where it's like just like the short little stories. And also I've seen people who post them on like Instagram, where it's just, they just make like a couple scenes, or like, and then it just tells like a short, like, I don't know.
Like you mean like in Lavis, yeah? Gums. Lavis.
Yeah, yes. Just like that.
I felt the vibe.
But like the American people are not gonna know. I don't think they're gonna know what that is.
What do you mean? Do you know what is Lavis? The gum? No!
No, it's like a thing that only we know, because it's like from our part of the world. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's an American thing. You have to show people, but yeah, just exactly like that.
Wait, you don't know this stuff? Like Lavis? With the short stories with every gum?
They don't have
Oh,
Okay.
wait. I feel like I've seen this. I
Okay,
feel like
okay.
I've seen this. Are they like little like rectangles of gum.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and there's like these come on in the wrapper.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it is an
I
American thing.
yeah, I think it's not very common, but I've definitely seen this before and tried it, I believe. Dang,
Yeah.
that's actually a banger idea. Doing something like that.
Gums, and everyone like gums, and I think it's cool. And not necessarily with gums, but yeah, do that. Do you have
Yeah, that
some
would
Yeah.
be
that
so
now?
cool.
Yeah, gum is like kind of a really good product, you know? Like we kind of um on TikTok we kind of tried
Look,
to like
always laughing at me, but I purchasing these big packs of gums because I love gums all the time here.
there's like
Yes.
caffeine gum that like really sells out the wazoo called Neurogum. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
No.
Okay, that's probably a more like American thing, but it's like the biggest TikTok shop brand, and it's like caffeinated gum, and
Oh,
yeah, and that I've like thought about doing that before, but yeah,
I don't know how it's with the rights and everything, because I know, for example, reg drinks, they doing not like I thought it's like energy drinks as well, but it seems like just sweet water, and I don't know, it's because of like hard to license or something like that. I don't know, but with gums, it's a cool idea, I think, and especially when it's like with a cool design and everything, I think people can purchase it. And yeah. what
totally.
what do you think about TCG and all the stuff? Did you thought to make your product as a TCG as well? Because I know like everyone now jumping in it, like who collaborated with Vibes, Chimpers, Pudges, Birds of Moonbirds, of course, someone else.
Yeah, the thing is like we're still a very small operation. We're like a four-person group. It's three of us and then our artist. Um, so I've never built a TCG. I like have no clue how we would do it. It's kind of like it just kind of seems a little bit out of reach right now, like cuz I feel like for like Azuki and for Vibes, like theirs are so good. I feel like they had to have gotten like professional help on them. I would think. I mean, I guess I don't really know, but that's kind of my assumption. Um and we don't know who we would talk to, but what we do understand is like marketing, growing on social media. So like probably more like the like Beans, you know how Beans has like the content on Instagram, like little shorts that are cute that like just portrays them doing something. Maybe something of that angle we definitely will like explore. You know, we kind of tried it a little bit and um we kind of realized that we either need to focus on X or on Instagram. We can't do both because um we have one artist and she like it's just so much giving her like, oh, can you design this product, can you get this video ready to post on X, can you also post weekly on Instagram, like it's too much, so right now we're keeping it as just product marketing on web 2, like on TikTok and Instagram, like pillow videos, and
Mhm.
and then web 3 we're really gonna make, like I was saying, like a focus on traits, but we want to eventually do everything, you know what I mean? It's just right now we kind of have to go where our resources are best utilized.
Okay, can you tell me because so I am not against AI, but I don't like AI. I don't want to consume AI. It's not close to me, and every time like I see AI videos, I just don't care, and I can do nothing with me. Lost Snow is like absolutely opposite. She likes these AI videos. She thinks it's great to use AI everywhere. It's a lot of creativity there. For example, when I see the news that anime studios can work with AI, I'm like, no, please, no way. And she like, yes, they will make more content. So back to the topic of creating art and working with your artist. Did you consider like AI? And what's your relationships with AI? What do you think about AI?
I like AI. I don't think the thing is we're really like particular about what we post and like it fitting our kind of brand image. So I think AI won't work for LT3. Like we actually tried to post on Meme Depot. We were making memes with AI and it just didn't feel LT3. You know, like it just didn't feel like it was like our vibe. So I definitely like it. Like I think it's like I'm kind of with Snow on like loving consuming AI, loving like the idea of it kind of like taking over the internet and everybody being like sucked into AI. Like I like all that stuff, but we probably won't use it for our brand. Uh One thing we are doing though is we created like an AI influencer that is supposed to sell pillows for us. So
What is
we
that? Tell us. Can you
on
show it?
TikTok, we basically have like an AI influencer that we make videos of holding our pillows and like making user generated content with her. And we
I
basically just trying. I've kind of put it on the back burner as of late, but we're trying to sell more pillows using the AI influencers.
Are you succeeding on that? Like, is it working for people?
Well, we just both me and Jack, who's my other founder, we both just recently got to 1,000 followers, which is you need 1,000 followers to put the link on your videos, like the shoppable link. And
Mhm.
I haven't sold any pillows with the AI influencer, so it hasn't been working. But also, I haven't gone viral yet. I haven't posted like 3 times a day how I'm supposed to. So I think it will work. Like I definitely think it will work, but it's just a matter of like being consistent and kind of like hitting a viral video.
I need to connect you with a cool project, AI TV. Right now, we're building with them AI agent for me that will talk about anime, and you can tell them story of your life. For example, they can connect you with anime character, and just talk with you about how you can deal with life. And if you're a writer, they can help you with storytelling and something like that. It will be able to compare different stories with anime stories and give you some results. I don't know. We're still working on that. It will look like Mayazuki, so I'm using Mayazuki IPs for that. And on their platform, everyone who creating an agent and who using this agent who talk with them receiving token airdrop. So it will like it's profitable for everyone. It's the way how you can promote your IPs, and also it's a good way to entertain community. So if you want, I can connect you guys. I think the platform is pretty cool, and if you already have a agent, I think it can work. I know that you open for collabs, different collabs, and yeah, if you're interested, I can connect you with that too. But also, I wanted to share. You know what? At first, please, can you please show this agent? I really like wondering how it look like, and I will show you this. On previous week or 2 weeks after, we had the convo with Mibits artist, Doc Love, and Losno was there as well. And he created with using vibe coding this room for Mibits. And I think like with vibe coding, you can create something like this for LT3 as well. Something
Wow.
you can touch. You can
That's so cool.
you can touch the cat. You can play some music here and everything. So I can see definitely, LT3 existing like that as well. I don't know, nothing is clickable yet. I hope he isn't mad that I showed raw product right now. But yeah.
The vibe though, this reminds me of like the like lo-fi YouTube 2-hour lo-fi videos.
Cool, right?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like it a lot too.
Damn, I miss making live streams. I didn't make live streams for 3 months or something like that, I think. And I miss, because every Canva somehow connected with another Canva. You can connect some people. They can collaborate with each other. It's so cool. I'm just enjoying this. So that's the beauty of community, by the way, over audience, because that's how you can have like a lot of ideas around you all the time. And a lot of people like with who I started to be friends in Web3, they're like, I have just some ideas in my head about projects that I want to do, and they're like, yeah, you need to do this. We will help you with this side, this side, this side. So yeah, community is the best. I agree with that.
I totally agree. And like in our Discord, I don't know if he's in here right now, but Greg Mack, he's been coming up with like some amazing product ideas and like just general like other stuff too, but like the product ideas really like really.
Wait. You're ragging for some reason. You're ragging. We could hear you good. Now you're ragging.
Is it better now?
I don't know. The music on my side from the Meebits website is a little too loud.
You can hear the music? I muted.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys. Sorry.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's fine. It was kind of a vibe, I felt like.
Yeah, the music was a vibe, but it was a little too loud. And it
Sorry,
was
I thought I
hard to hear you guys
muted the tab, but seems like it's not working for the
So
stream.
you only mute it on your side, but it doesn't mute it for the people watching you, basically.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. What you told us?
What was that? I kind of forget what I was talking about, honestly.
Show me, please, this AI agent.
Oh yeah. I wanted to see the AI agent, if that's possible.
Here, let me pull it up, and then I'll share my screen once I have it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that happened to me and my friend while we were on stream like last week, and he pulled up this like page and it started blasting music, and I was freaking out because I thought it was me at first, and I was like trying to like close all the tab, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on, I can't hear anything, the music is too loud. And he didn't get it because he had muted it on his side, but I could still hear it. It was it was a disaster.
I thought if I'm muting it for myself, you can hear it too, guys. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But I wanted to, so like what you were talking about, Ira, where it was like about a project that was like distributing their token by like people doing stuff and like kind of like earning it basically. Like something, I don't know, you were describing some project that had like a token that was like getting distributed, and it reminded me of how like Nuco did their stuff, like because everybody got their NFTs for free from the team, and then they were just like, we just had to use the website to make like memes, and then like we just got a token drop based on like, I don't know how many memes we had made or whatever, but it was really cool. And then they didn't distribute all of the token, they only distributed 5%. And so now there's going to be like a season 2, and then people can keep like, and so it's like it kind of gamifies the token itself, so it's not like just like a big release and like all the token is out there and then everybody dumps it. It's like better that way when the team holds back some of the supply.
Yeah, and the project I told you about, this AI TV, they distributed only like how much? Some like 2%.
Yeah. Like it
One?
makes so much sense that way. Like it makes so much sense to like release just a little bit and then like to
Damn, this is AI agent. This is
I thought
this.
it was a real girl.
Yeah, it looks quite real, right?
The fuck? Guys, you are cooked. You're all cooked, guys. Not even using someone
Wow.
else photos and AI, edits. This is full AI person. The hell?
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind
You
of
know
it feels kind of silly running the page. I'm like LARPing as a girl.
what the
That
hell?
is
It looks so
funny.
natural. Even the quality, not like super high like everyone trying to do. It's like just homemade videos.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. Yeah.
when this trend on this started, that girls started to create the photos, by using AI like templates and everything. I was like, damn, because I can't do this because I have dreads. My dreads, guys, it's the only evidence I'm a real person so far. Shit, this is so real. Lost now. Do you
It
think,
is
guys?
so
These
real.
pillows are so cute and literally the perfect gift for your significant other. They act as a symbol of your love. I'm going to link these below so you can make someone's day today.
It is so real. You know what's funny? She reminds me of like a friend of mine that lives in the US.
Oh shit. How are you making these videos? Are you talking and it's repeating how you talking, or how?
Yeah. So I basically go into Claude and I make a prompt that's like, here, I'll share this too so you guys can kind of see like
Uh-huh.
the flow.
Do people
Wow.
understand that this is AI girl or no?
No, I don't think people know.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
So this
Ira.
is
Oh, I'm
this
sorry. Go
is
ahead.
what
Go ahead.
we Oh no, it's okay. This is what I give it. It's like a bunch of information, camera type, framing and angle, camera motion, depth of field
Wow.
lighting, etc. And then it gives me a prompt, and the prompt looks like this. And then I just put it into Sora too. And
Wow.
yeah, and then it gives me the video. Usually it gives me the video and it like works on the first try. Like it's AI is getting so good.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
that's
okay, but when are we gonna make like a fake girl with like for OnlyFans so then we can make money?
Uh you
oh
took it
my
there. Oh man.
I mean,
don't
oh shit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like it's crossed my mind, but I'm not gonna do it. It's just
like I feel like
thought about
everybody
it.
thinks about that.
I've been like, damn, I really could, but like I'm not gonna.
Guys, do you remember the stories with French Brad Pitt that, woman sent to him a lot of money and he like, turned out that this just AI, and it wasn't even AI like back then. It was just, Photoshop face of Brad Pitt to some guy in the hospital and everywhere. And right now people are totally cooked with this AI. How you can even trust people on the internet?
You can't. You can't. Like that looked so real.
Yeah. What's the most? Do you have some insane story about your AI agent? Like, did you have some DMs or something like that with this?
Um,
Has anybody tried to like be her sugar daddy?
I don't think so. No, I mean I don't really check the DMs on that account. I kind of just like will get the post done and then close it and then hope that it gets some sales, you know. But
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I don't know. I think in the beginning it was kind of there was some weird stuff going on with like who was finding the page, but once I started to make it more like advertisements, like trying to just sell the pillows directly, it sort of changed the dynamic and those people disappeared, you know.
Mm. Okay, I have another idea. Okay, let's hear me out. Hear me out. We can make like a fake influencer for TikTok that's like a really cute girl that loves the Azuki TCG and that's all she talks about.
Yeah.
No, you need to work yourself. No. You need to put yourself on the TikTok and everywhere. Come on.
No,
I'm
but
gonna do it.
seriously, it could like that could actually work really well. Like it's normally you would have to pay somebody to make a video and then hope it comes out good, and then if it doesn't go viral, you buy another video,
Yeah.
and it's kind of just like a process. But with this, you can literally make videos for free, market anything you want. Like
Right.
it's very efficient. So I don't know. I feel like someone should do that for Azuki and try it, you know? I don't know. I
I
think it would
am
be a good
so tempted.
idea.
Let's go. Let's know. You saw the script and the program. Do that. We need to
Oh my
move
God.
Azuki finally.
Yeah,
By the way,
right?
hi guys, are you active in another communities and another NFT projects, or like all the time of the founder goes to your own product? How it's for you?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the last part of the question? I know you said, are you active in other communities?
Yeah, or all attention goes to your own project. How it's working for founders? Do you have time to hang out and like?
Yeah, I hang out in Corky's a lot. I have like a ton of respect for
Oh,
Poppy and like
mhm.
everything he's done for that community. Like you can really tell his heart is in it, you know? So I hang out in there and there's like a lot of overlap. And then like I like to support all these projects, dude. Like I'm gonna get like a Shredding Sassy today. I really like those. I I like Regenerates. I like OGT. I don't know if you guys have heard of these projects. Like
No, I don't think so.
yeah, they're kind of like smaller projects other than Corky's. Of course, Corky's is pretty big, but like um these people that I'm like pointing out in these projects are like really really hustling, you know? Like they're trying to get their project out there. They're on the timeline, and I respect it so much, and I feel like I've learned so much from seeing them. Like Ghost Labs, Long Lost, like these are all people that are really like role models for me in a way. So I feel like since starting a project, I've actually been able to get so much out of other projects because I like see how the founder moves, and it's like I can kind of learn from them and apply it to myself, you know. So yeah, that's kind of my relationship with other projects. I freaking love them. Like I want all these projects to win, dude. Like yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna happen. I think that like I really think it's gonna happen.
That's why I love your vibes. It's so kind words, to be honest, and it's great to hear because now I feel like Web3 entered new hate meta where it's easier to make some views on some hate posts and everyone like, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and it's just cool to hear some kind words. And I think that's the power of our community and always was like that when we just growing together and everything. So. But I don't know about projects like Quirkies. Like, I need to invite them, to be honest, to talk with them, to know more about them, because I see them everywhere as well. And I think it's pretty cool that they developing. But I want to ask, like, what's the audience right now for your project? And do you feel like it's somehow like changed a lot? Because a lot of people left Web3 and crypto in general. A lot of people like find their own like the new passions, the new interest, and just forgot about crypto. And right now, like what's even the reasons people purchasing some projects? Because like when I think about myself, I want right now maybe only OG projects that I believe in, like their end product. Like for example, Azuki has anime, and they dive into anime, and I'm a huge believer on anime. That's why I will stuck with Azuki like forever till they will die, right? I don't have, but I want Mibits. Because I just like Sergita founder. I like how they're moving, and I think it's great networking. Like Mibits community, same as Pan community, right? But just different. And I love how they're moving, how they're collaborating. It's a like Sergita for me, just and Mibits, I think, great personal example of the person I want to be, maybe, you know, or I want to take some of his traits in my personality. I want to purchase Rect because I also love OSF guy. He's an artist. He came to the space as an artist, guys. That's insane. And now he has a company with drinks and everything. And he all the time thinking about community and how he can reward community. Okay, so that's my reasons to join some communities. And for me, like, what's the point to enter smaller communities is probably I will meet the same audience there. So I don't know, I purchased it like with your project just for the vibes, and that's it. So what's your thoughts on it as a founder? Do you think this like audience now switched how they purchase NFTs like different from previous, and how you find in your audience?
I think that like before it was kind of like, and I think this is a shift that's sort of happening in real time in the space. Before it was kind of like, okay, I'm betting on what this project can become. You know, like I'm thinking about the future for this project. I'm betting that it's going to be bigger than it is now. And I feel like now it's like I said, it's changing in real time, because I really think that now it's like people are collecting because they like it. Like people are collecting because something about the project stood out to them, and they're like holding on to that, and they really have like an affinity towards a project. And it makes sense, you know, because like realistically, if you were a flipper in this space, or if you were buying with some interest in eventually making a profit, like your hopes and dreams probably got like really bad, or they got like ruined, you know. I'll even go as far as to say, like, you know, like if you came in trying to flip like over the last year and change, I feel like your dream, like you did not have a good time. So now
Yeah.
I feel like it's really turning into like people are realizing what we have is what we have, and they're buying for reasons like you just said. Like they like the vibe, they like how the founders move, they like the art, they like the community, they like, you know, there's something about it that stands out to them. And there's not that many people left here in NFTs, but I think it's a very, very strong base, you know. Like I don't know, those are like my honest thoughts on it. And um
Mhm.
yeah,
Lost now. What do you think about it? And interesting how you purchase in NFTs, because like we are super different with you, so probably you have like different opinion on this as well. How you purchasing projects right now? What's important for you?
What's important for me in NFT projects, or like just generally in projects?
Just why you decided to buy some a project, and yeah, what's
Well, I always like I have never prioritized anything else except art, and if that project is making like cool products that I like. So that's, and it's like I've always, my favorite things that I've ever gotten from projects have always been like physical things. I want, so like
point?
I have some like a really cool 3D metal print of one of my NFTs from Genesis by Garlera. And then I think one of 100 limited edition prints from Zipsy, and those are like projects that were around like 4 years ago. So I don't know if you guys even know what they were, but um, and those are like absolutely my favorite things that I've ever gotten. I mean, now I have the TCG, so like that's like added to the list. I forget that, but because it's so new. But it's like I love like physical good art, and like from good artists that I can collect like physically, and that's always been like why I get into projects. And I got into I just got into Ozuki, and I got in later than everybody else. I remember I bought my first bean whenever Elementals was launching, and I'm like down horrendously. I'm more down on my bean than I'm down on like I think my other Ozuki assets. Which is ridiculous. It's like ridiculous. But and I don't, it doesn't really matter that much. But I just love what Ozuki's doing, and then also like I love to projects that make something, like for example Nuko. I like Nuko because they're building like the AI tool website, and I can use that. I like to go have fun on there, and the community also is a big part of why I like that project. So it's like, I'm like a, I don't know, like a social collector that loves to be a community member. And it's like this is just why I get into that's a really cool image, by the way.
Yeah, I love it too. Is it
It's
AI
so cool.
or not?
No, we shot it. We
That's
took the
cool.
image.
That's really cool. I wanted to comment on like AI and like using it. So like I don't like AI when people just make a random swap with it. I like AI when people use it as a tool to basically create like some really cool stuff, or like envision something that they couldn't have had like another way of like doing or something like that. So like as long as AI is used as a tool, and you don't just like completely rely on it without like putting in like a creativity, or like I don't know, if you're just like making slop and you're just like putting it out there, if it's like writing or like art or whatever it is, as long as it's used as a tool. This one is actually really cool, the one with the flames.
Yeah, so dope.
So
Oh,
it's like,
no,
oh, I'm sorry, Ira, go ahead.
no, sorry.
No, it's just that like I love it, like because there's so many great artists out there, and some of my favorite artists like integrate AI into their work. And Ira, I'm gonna send you some their X accounts later so you can check them out. But it's like I don't know, it's like AI is not a completely bad thing as long as you use it the right way. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that's facts. I heavily agree with that.
I don't know because I can't. Sorry guys, but I can't agree on that because like every time I see my favorite artist starting to use AI, I'm like, they making this art like photo shoots, and I understand like it's not a real person. So this eye, it's like they have no life behind this eye. It's just a prompt and everything. And I understand like before you actually needed to take a model, make photo shoot, then like combine it with the Photoshop and everything. Now you're just generating that, and that's it. And for me, it's losing the soul. And for me, I can't like consume this kind of content. But I understand like it has their own use and everything. But what I wanted to ask is like how right now your community interacting with each other, like do you have some chats, do you have some like X chats, discards, do you make like regular spaces, and what's in your opinion make community live active life, because we're facing it, that communities dies in many projects. So what do you think could keep community interacting with each other and have fun, like you said at the beginning, like it's important to have fun. Fuck, we are here, we have our jobs, we're back home, we want to have fun, give us fun. So yeah. Uh, how?
Yeah, so we have XChat and Discord. Um, I think that like what something that really works for our community is like doing copy pastas. Like kind of what you're seeing right now, like every heart has a story. Like a bunch of people kind of like quote tweeted that, and I don't know, I feel like it's just kind of like I also think like doing like activations with uh like I know a lot of people have been doing stuff in other side. I really think that that's cool, and I think that like coming up with stuff that people can interact with, and like Azuki's TCG, for example. Another thing that's really stood out to me about Azuki is like they have a community of like commission artists that have actually had their lives change from Azuki, which to me is like so cool. Like I remember I was seeing a bunch of them on my timeline, like just people who do commissions. Like they take your Azuki and they make some art with it, and they, like get it around. And I just think that is like that's a perfect thing. Like that feeling when you order something in the mail and you're like waiting for it to show up and you can't wait for it to get there. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like, do you guys get that feeling? Because I get that feeling.
Yeah.
And I feel like coming up with experiences that kind of make you feel like that. Like with Azuki, if you got a commission made of your piece, like you can't wait to get it. You can't wait to post about it on the timeline. You can't wait to show your friends. You can't wait to show people in the Discord. It's like, I feel like just, like coming up with stuff like that. Like, for example, we have this, we don't know how we're going to distribute these yet, but it's like a glitch toy.
Oh wow.
Oh wow!
But
Yeah.
I dropped it, so its head is glued on, so it's kind of sideways, like it's supposed to be straight,
I love that.
but it's supposed to be like a glitch, like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It looks like this. Yeah, you showing it. Like what's the screen? That's so cool.
Yeah, and I feel like stuff like that, and on that topic, like we have a mechanic, or I guess you could call it a mechanic. It's more like just a little feature coming to kind of allow us to like reliably distribute product for free to the community. And I think that like stuff like that is really going to help with like retention, keeping people involved and engaged, keeping people like enjoying the project. I think that like I think a good example is like Good Vibes Club. Like they have like a new feature every week, like something new, and I feel like it's sort of the same with a lot of the bigger projects.
What's
Like
the
they all,
like I don't know, like Good Vibes for me, like what you just said,
Yeah.
it's such a great stuff, I really enjoy to listen it, and I learn from myself, but about Good Vibes, like I don't understand, for me, like they are mystery, they just collected great, like I purchased before they mint as well, like on pre-sale, Good Vibes, and I think they're cool. They collected great people. All OGs there was like from the start, like punks, Azuki, art collectors, a lot of art collectors. And we know that art collectors, they are not selling. That's why their floor was pretty cool, from the start, because art collectors, they purchase because of art. And yeah, this stuff, but I'm not like, I have no idea what they are actually doing. So tell me, like, what you like in that?
So
What
they kind of pioneered the token strategy, like the token work strategy tokens. Um, Basically the way it works is like people buy the token, which is like the fungible branch of their ecosystem, and with fees, it buys Good Vibes clubs, relist them higher, and then when that Good Vibes club is bought, it sells it, or it uses the profit to burn the token, or uses the money from the sale to burn the token. So it's like a deflationary token, and they do a lot of stuff on that front. Like they do a lot of like for example, they just posted that they're going to use royalties from their last the royalties from this month to buy a bunch of Good Vibes clubs and open the vault for anybody who sees one that they want. Yeah. So they're kind of just doing like and they're kind of doing a lot of the stuff that I was talking about earlier. Like, I was talking to one of their holders who came into our Discord recently, and they were saying when they bought their NFT, one of the founders reached out to them and made them a custom banner that they could use on X. And I feel like little stuff like that to like build affinity to the brand is like it just makes it more fun, you know? So I think that like um that's kind of like their whole ecosystem as I understand it. But
Mhm.
I think that their team does a really, really good job, like get just like with like innovation and with retention.
That sounds dope. I didn't know that they're doing that, and for my brain, to be honest, it's needed time to process all this, talking NFTs, how they combine it. I don't understand
Yeah.
that, to be honest. But yeah, that's dope, and I like the personal approach and everything. Like it's pretty dope. Just now, did you know about that with good vibes? I didn't know.
I didn't know. No, I don't know a lot about Good Vibes Club.
They just all the time on the timeline they doing something, but I just like okay.
Same. I feel like they're too happy for you. Like they're too happy looking for you. That's why you probably are not looking into
I,
them.
I had my Good Vibes Club and I sold it when the previous time was like on the top. So I sold my Good Vibes for zero point 0.8, and I did that only because I need money for my documents and paying taxes and everything. Otherwise, I
Mm.
would sell because I really enjoy the community and everything. And like if I would have like money right now, I would like I would purchase it as well because they are dope. They just dope. They have like good vibes basically.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to sell at the top though. That's really nice.
Yeah, now it's higher, but not like super high. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I sold it in a good time. So I paid all my taxes. I paid for my documents with how like with part of this money. So I'm happy. When NFT make you happy when you selling that, I think it's good thing. Nothing
Yeah.
to shame for selling.
No, absolutely not. I've always said to people that it's like, if you need to sell, then you need to just sell. It's like people at different times of their life, they need money sometimes. So it's like, I don't agree with like self shaming at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love your takes about community and what hold people together, and especially this take about damn, I forgot. Shit. I will never forget this words. Damn, I forgot it. That's me. That people want to be connected. You said that people want to be, yeah, and excited about what next, excited about what they can create around the project, around the product, around their NFT, and they will be excited and waiting when it will happen. That's actually a great thought. So yeah, a lot of things to process. By the way, what are you looking right now like, and what do you think about content creators and everything? I'm so happy that this InfoFi era is over, to be honest. And what you as a founder or just as a person want to see right now in content creators, and what you will think will win?
Man, I that's you're asking some really good questions. I feel like um I'm kind of on the other side with Info5 because like I don't know if you guys know Pawns who made the Plague. Um but basically he made the Plague NFT. It's like the Plague of Frogs. It's like kind of a just like another community, and they started working on an Info5 platform called Z, and it just really sucked to see all of their hard work be like contested. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's kind of like something like I agree that like it's good to not have the bots on the timeline and stuff. So like I can see the upside of it, but man, like I'm thinking about the people who created these things as businesses. Just basically it just became like 10 times harder for their business to thrive. And it's like I don't know. I guess I just feel really bad for people who like kind of went all in on that category just for it to get kind of rug pulled.
Well, yeah, partly I agree with that, but from like other side, like for real, like all previous year was so awful. for me as a person who needed soul on the timeline, and everything was in this AI text about projects that you understand, like no one reading, no one like participating in this project. It's just people writing that just in case to write that and receive something. That's it.
Yeah,
So yes, I'm really happy that it's over. So I don't
I
know.
hear you. I see both sides.
Yeah, you said like you're working right now on your own influencer, this AI thing and everything, but do you working with others? And what's important for you when you choosing the person with who you will work on, like media side?
Um, well, wait. I'm sorry. Could you ask it again?
Yeah, just part of our space is influencers and KOLs and whatever, right? Uh, what what content will win on your opinion in the next, like, let's say, so 6 months? What do you think will be interesting for people?
Oh yeah, man. Like we've come up with some really cool ideas for like. Okay,
Mhm.
one of our ideas that we had was to make like uh a bunch of different highlights of like the most desirable traits in our collection,
Mhm.
like kind of like a little like sheet that's like, you know, like say full body direction for example. Just using as example, I don't know if you guys have even seen the trait, but it's there's a trait in our collection called full body directions that I would say a lot of people like. Um and we wanted to come up with like a little like paper, I guess, that's like kind of like about the like conception of the idea for the trait. Um, yeah, we wanted to come up with like a little like basically like a sheet. It's under headwear if I think if you're going to it.
Uh-huh.
Directions full body right there.
Uh-huh, okay.
So I we had this vision to like take this trait and make like a sheet that's like highlighting how we created it, um the like the concept behind it, what it's supposed to represent, what it represents to us, and kind of doing that with a bunch of different traits for the X timeline. And then once it's done, after like 6 months of posting about it, we make like a book that's like the book of LT3, and it's like all these different traits are highlighted, and it talks about how we came up with them, like what what I was just saying. So that's like definitely some sort of content that we're going to be moving into, is
Mhm.
like consistently posting about traits, because man, our community really wants that. Like I feel like we kind of, like I was saying before, we kind of made it all about like our web 2 operation, and we were like really putting that on a pedestal. We were like putting that on blast. We were like talking about it so much, about our views on Giphy, about like this and that. And I feel like now, like with the way that our community is just kind of like how they are right now, uh I feel like they want more focus on traits and the actual NFT collection itself. So that's just like one idea that we had for content for X. Uh
I love it. I love it. So basically, it's still about community building and make people involved in your product. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Hmm.
oh no, sorry. I wasn't doing that to you. I was doing that to my brother.
No, 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 I haven't even saw this. Sorry, I was just
Oh,
like,
okay, okay.
yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, it's that's really like gonna be one of our core focuses this year, is like really honing in on community building, building culture, building around the traits, like kind of just making that more prominent in our collection and in the way we operate. Um, yeah, so I'm pretty like I'm pretty confident in the direction. I think that like it's something that we underutilized before, and now that we're getting feedback telling us to focus on that, like
Hmm.
we're pretty much down to just completely focus on it. So, yeah.
I love it. I love the answer. And it's so unexpected, you know. I love to talk with people who have different views on what they're building, and like it's such a fresh air for real. Like I just rethinking, you know, about what I am doing, what people want to do, what is like audience and community, and how to work with that. Because I feel like for content creators, it's a thing as well. You know, we need to create like our communities around what we are doing, and that's the beauty of the space when you have like people who can always give you some tips about what you're building and make it better with you. And this co-creation, this is very important for Web3 space in general, and yeah, for each person, I think that's cool. Yeah, that's great.
I couldn't agree more. I really think that like in this space it takes a village, you know, and you can
Yeah, village. Yes.
yeah, um you can go off and try to do your own thing and just market it to your community, but like building with them is just a lot more fun. Just a lot more fun.
Love this. Guys, I really enjoyed this live stream. Tomorrow we will do live stream with Nuka. And if you want, you can join us as well. Like, you know, I just will send you a link and we will discover what their project about, because I know nothing. Lost now in their project for a long time, for 4 months or something like that. And this is AI project, as I understand. So for me, it will be, you know, challenging to understand like why it is important and all stuff. So we will think about that tomorrow. And thanks, guys, for today's space. It was super cool to hear.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you guys. It was good to see you again, Ira, and it was good to meet you, Lost Snow.
For sure. I hope we're gonna get to talk again and like more on the timeline. It was really fun talking to both of you. Ira, we have to get Ira on our side of like the AI conversation. She has to understand the benefits of it.
no, I told you I'm working right now with AI TV on my AI agent that will talk about anime.
Mm.
And it's pretty dope, you know. So we talked with this girl, and she is a real like geek in what she's doing. And at first she's storyteller. She worked with anime a lot, so she know how to build anime and storyline and everything. And her agents that they are building on her platform, they have their own thoughts. So you can see how this agent thinking, and you as a person who creating this agent, you can talk directly with this person, like with video. And she told me like it's such an interesting conversations there, because for example, this agent remember about what you talked before, like especially with you. And she had a convo with Mr. Freeman. They are officially collaborating with Mr. Freeman IPs, and Mr. Freeman gave her a task, very personal task, that she needed to finish to, like, you know, solve some of her like not problems, but you know, just some life stuff. And without her to tell him that she's done with that, he refused to talk with her. So it's like a real psychotherapist, real person with who you can interact, and that's pretty fun, you know.
That's
So
great.
yeah, yeah, that's super cool. If you want, like Thursday, we can spend all time with you last now on this week, talking with all these people. But it's very
Yeah.
interesting to build something alive with the AI agent with this company. Like I never wanted to build some AI agent, but with them it's pretty interesting because it's like not connected with our token. You don't need to do nothing. It's just beautiful to see some creation, some part of yourself. You know, just making streams. We'll see. I don't know. Hope everything will be good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was been so distracted because I started talking about having a Zuki e-girl TikTok influencer. I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen.
I can if you really want to do it, I can like DM you some material that you can use.
That would be awesome because I so want to do it.
That's fun. You can make a separate live stream when you will build Azuki girl.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
that's so
guys, thank you
fun.
so much. It was
Anyways.
amazing time spending with you, and yeah, let's just be in touch with each other.
Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, guys. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye bye.